Hola, Oslo here from Simply Cuba Tours. Today with some new tips on how to become a more responsible, more sustainable traveler and how we at Simply Cuba as a tour provider supporting all of that. Why we're calling ourselves a sustainable tour company. We love our planet, we love our community, which is why we have many nature themed tours. We also use the local guides, we use the CASAs, local service providers. You heard me talk about that. But what else do we do that makes us a sustainable tour company? So, one of them is that you heard us talk about also is that we are specialized in small groups. And there is a few reasons for that. One is we consider the environment that we are going in, we consider the carbon footprint that we will leave behind. We will also consider how our presence will affect nature, which is why on the diving tours we tend to only take 4 people, on the birding tours 6 people, photography tour 8 people, because think about it. Imagine if you're on a bird tour and you're a bird and you've got 12 people trampling through nature, all trying to spot the same bird, fighting for the best spots. It's not really nice, is it? It would actually be stressful for the people as well as definitely stressful for the birds. And it could also lead to a lot more damage to the environment. So, no, we will stay in small groups that is suitable to the environment that we're going in. We also harp on about you bringing your water bottle. There is 2 reasons for that. One is because you will need to drink water that's not out of the tap. And so we would like to reduce the plastic by us providing water for you. So we buy, one big tub of water rather than many small bottles, and we can top you up from there. So that way, you're getting safe drinking water, we're reducing plastic and looking after our excitement, looking after our environment. This may not sound like much, but imagine thousands of people following your example. Now that looks a bit different, isn't it? We also say no to animal tourism. We may go bird watching, but we are only there to observe. We may go diving, but again, we are there to observe, not to break the corals to take home as a souvenir. In Vinales, you might have heard about the horseback riding and you must do it. That for us is a no. I mean, have you seen how skinny those horses are? I know they're meant to be work horses, but no, we will not take you horse riding. We also will not take you hunting or fishing or anything like that that would damage the environment or hurt animals. That for us is just out. Another one is consider taking shorter showers. Now, this you would have heard at home because let's face it, water providers around the world are going on about this. But in Cuba, you will see that there is water tanks on top of each house. So just consider that your supply of water is limited. So make sure that you consider shorter showers. You don't just let the water running non-stop. Always turn off your lights, turn off your TV, turn off your aircon when you're leaving. This will save the energy and thus the environment, because we all know how much it takes to create that power. Pack light. And I don't mean just because it's heavy for you to carry when you're traveling and sometimes you will have to go upstairs, but also, funnily enough, it reduces carbon emissions. So think about what you're putting in your bag. Think about packing lighter, because what goes in the plane, the lighter the plane is, the less carbon emission it will put out. In fact, there was actually a funny video. If I find it, I might share it with you. You don't need a whole new wardrobe to travel. What I mean by that is, okay, we like to look nice and everything, but as I mentioned, a lot of our travel, or a lot of our tours are nature themed. So you just need shorts and t-shirts to go out and walk. You might need bathers. You don't need the latest Gucci or anything like that. In fact, one of my friends gave me a great idea. She takes her older clothes traveling. That way she can leave it there and not bring it back with her. So maybe consider that next time you travel. And pick up the litter. It's not just something that you should do in Cuba. You should do this everywhere. If you see plastic lying around, if you see um, glasses left about, like glass bottles or whatever, just pick it up, put it in the bin. You can save the example, you can be the example, and you can save the environment by doing so. Eat local. You're hearing me about eating local so many times. Not only it's better because it's cooked the traditional way, they're not trying to make you something that's different, but by doing so, you're actually supporting the local economy, you're supporting the local people. And I will have to say this out loud, not just because we are a sustainable tour company, but as much as possible, avoid the all inclusive holidays. They are a big no no for the environment because they include, not because they include all accommodation, but they include your food, your drink, and they tend to be over catering. And when you do that, you stay in the hotel. You don't experience the local environment, you don't really experience the local culture, you don't actually share the love with the local community, and the money goes to the accommodation, which could be a large hotel chain or, let's face it, the government. Instead of going back out into the community to help them develop, to help them create a better environment for you. So consider these when you travel next time. How many of them can you take on board and utilize on your next trip?